Hello and welcome back to Closed Circuit Sports for the afternoon sessions of the Indy Karting Challenge. This is 206 Senior Medium. I'm Drew Golden, by the way. In front of us, Mr. Taylor himself, Mr. CW Kart, who sold me this beautiful Burrell RY30. He's rocking his AM29. Very small field today compared to what we even typically get here in what is generally a premier local class, 206. They only have senior light and senior medium. They got the AM and the PM. I love that I'm able to do both, but man, I wish we had a handful more people so that everybody had a race. Like, it stratifies pretty crazy out here because I think we had 6 who actually took the start. There were 8 who were entered and 2 who DNS'd. It's so unfortunate. But anyway, I think in this one we had 7. I think Burpo was in this one. I don't know why he didn't win the Final Four, but anyway. Been a minute since I'll call him friendly. In a friendly way, in the friendliest way, old man Taylor, because I'll be chasing him all day. He's faster than me still. Granted, he's been doing this a long time. So has Matt Burpo over here. The race director at other times in the day. Rocking here with us. Got Big Mike behind me. Yeah, in front of me. Making a bold move in turn 1. Trying to hang it tight there. It's gonna make me do a switchback. We got Mike. Boom. And we see Matt Burpo and Steven Taylor scrapping up front. Cammy Fister behind. I was unaware. I only knew that was an AMAX driver. I was in for a surprise later. Oh, she smoked Steven. Burpo with the little look over his shoulder like, oh, he's gone. Let me see how much I can chase him, but he can just jump right back in and be on the pace still. Like he's pretty quickly going from the back of the field toward the front on a regular basis. Burpo's a hell of a driver. As is Steven, typically, if he can keep it on the track, damn it. I know I didn't catch him in the final. But he did get absolutely T-boned. He might have gotten loose by Burpo and then kind of nailed by Cammy. I hesitate to say he got fisted, but damn. So sorry. But okay. We're running now, and it's consistent. Gonna throw down another 40. Oh, a 47. All right. Found a second and a half on that one. Let's keep it up. I'm trying to do less steering in this thing, but sometimes these layouts demand a kick and a slide. I could not quite get that apex right all weekend. And that bump there was one way to take it the right way. There was one smooth way through that transition. And if you hit it, great. If you didn't, ouch. This layout wanted to toss you from your seat. It was fun though. And my seat is snug. There are no seat belts in these karts, no. But the seat is snug, and the chest protector kind of like locks you in. Like you kind of think, like you sink into the seat. There's no wiggle room left or right. And that's how you want it, gotta be honest. You want it to fit like a glove. If it doesn't, insert padding. Or you will be bruised. If you have room to bounce around, it'll hurt. In the first event I ran, I was in Steven's cart. Steven is significantly shorter than I am. So I felt like I was sticking out the top of the cart. And I kind of was. So I was like leaning out way too much. But I didn't have the neck built up yet. I didn't know what to expect in terms of the G-forces being so constant. You can see it in the little meter down there on the right next to our speed. These are the kinds of G-forces you only pull either in a NASCAR, in a Formula car, or in a pro kart. No GT car holds that kind of G. It can peak. It'll peak around there. 1.2, 1.4. But if you're hitting 2 Gs in a GT3 car, you probably made a mistake. Prototypes probably hit 2.5 Gs. Maybe even 3 under braking at the right spot. But for a go-kart to be hitting 2 Gs is just wild, and there are moments where we do. These little tires are capable of much more than you think they ought to be before they really start to protest. And they communicate it well when they begin to, because it's all so analog through your hands, through your butt, through your feet. It's drive-by-wire. And the steering is no power steering. It is very direct to power steering. Each of those parts connect directly to the tire in the pavement. It's an amazing little system that is as simple as it can possibly be. I thoroughly enjoy it. I needed much more finesse earlier on my braking foot. I was still trying to learn how to, well, this is gonna sound a lot, but it's true. I was trying to figure out the difference between inducing understeer in the fronts and inducing oversteer in the rears. And now I think I can, but I don't know how to get the switch perfect yet. I know what it feels like to nail it. From tight in, loose out. As it is in the sim and ever shall be, world without end. Amen. Here goes Cammy. I'm like, damn, she came back. All right, on you. Oh, there goes her camera. That's the first Odenthal I've seen fail. The bracket broke altogether. It was clattering around in her side pod. I'm surprised it hasn't gone anywhere. Oh, what a bump. I actually took that smoother than she did. How did she get a better run? Damn. We still had, all right, to be fair, after this event is when I discovered the clutch situation. The shoes on the clutch were about halfway gone. The whole front end. Luke from New Gen got it taken care of for me, but he showed me the old ones and he was like, yeah, the front part wasn't really there. You weren't getting any contact from the front half of the shoe. Oh, that explains why it would take so long to engage. He's like, oh, you've been having issues with that? I'm like, yeah, I pretty much lose out on the straight every time. I couldn't figure it out. I figured it might be motor or whatever. He's like, no. And as she hopped out there, I went, hold the phone. Takes off the glove. I'm like, hey, you're a lady. Damn, all right. Good race.
How you doing, big guy? Tired.
I was truly surprised. Everybody's the same. Everybody's just a driver out there on the track. And then you take off the helmet and you go, oh, hey,
No, I meant the crash.
that's who you were. I was impressed. Hell of a driver. Young Miss Pfister.
Did you hit anything?
What a football name, though.
Because the spin never hurts, it seems. It's the second impact. If you have a second impact, God forbid.
All right, so Burpo finished 4th. Braden Heber takes the win over Evan McCorkadale, as usual. Nicholas Nosman strong behind. Stephen Taylor pulling up behind us. Mike behind him. Unfortunately, the same issue if you were with us for the AM sessions or the light class of round 3. Same issue as the final this morning. The bump, the battery, the GoPro. So we get a very short video here from the final. But I'll give you what we got. And I'll give you the little post reel because it's a good little way to wind down, I guess. But it shows you how it ended. I really did enjoy this track, but it felt short. I'm glad we got as many laps in as we did over the course of the weekend. Between all 4 races, got plenty of track time here and plenty of time to try and figure out each of these apexes. Because at this point, I was still trying to figure out whether I needed more or less grip from the cart in the front or the rear to try and match. Because now I'm like, I think I got the right gearing now. I'm trusting that the motor's fine. The clutch needed help. The clutch being taken care of for Anderson. Nope. Wasn't even good at Anderson. I was half a second off the pace at Anderson with a burnt clutch. That's crazy. Maybe I burnt it at Anderson. There were a handful of spins at Anderson, and I never opened it up and looked. So it might have been okay at this point in time still. I don't want to use it as an excuse if it wasn't used yet. But it was probably already pretty chunked. I'd already had a couple of good spins. Had a couple good ones at Anderson, though. This was before Anderson, which was the first Sierra event. I skipped the second Sierra event. It was here at Whiteland, but I needed the weekend. I had just ran the doubleheader, and it was good. It was good, but I was like, I can't afford to. Damn. I gotta take a weekend. I gotta put a paycheck back into the credit card and take a breath. We're getting better and quick, and for a lot cheaper than it ought to. A lot cheaper than it ought to cost to get up to the pace. But it still ain't nothing for a 29-year-old survey technician. It's a commitment. Everybody getting sideways into the quarter midget hairpin. Couldn't quite get that switch right, man, that pivot. Still had, for me, too much grip in the front the way I was asking it to drive that day. Man, I hate that the camera cuts there, but is what it is. As Mr. Taylor giving Justin a hug. Justin, our legendary flagman for Sierra and IKC. Excuse me. Happy to see Mr. Taylor back out on track. He had been telling me he was retired back in November. I love how quick that lasted. Hope to see him back out here soon. I know he was saying how sore this layout made him, though. He was like, this layout is not fun. I was like, what? Yes, it is. Keeps you on your toes. He's like, it's rough. I'm like, yeah. Well, yeah, it is. I had bruises. I can't lie. I had bruises. What a day. This was a couple months ago now. This was back in May.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you mean. I ran that round 10 last year. So they had a head class, but people.
We'll be back for the races from Anderson. Next time out. Finished in 5th technically. Unfortunately, Cami came in underweight, but she did a great job. And I hope to see her back here at the IKC as well. Peace.